Imagine stopping at a roadside barbecue stand only to find out the hamburger you were eating was actually human remains. So this topic should be important to you because roadside food stands are very popular in today's day and age. Joseph Metheny was a vicious serial killer who committed heinous acts before he was ultimately caught. To learn about Joseph, we will take a dive into what started his murdering, what he did with their bodies, and what happened when he was finally caught. So now that we know a little bit about Joe, let's move on and talk about what started his killings. So Joseph's killings started a few months after his drug-addicted wife left and took their 6-year-old son. As said in Crime Feed 2018, September 20th, no page number, no author. So after this happened, he brought an axe to a location under the bridge and found a couple homeless men and chopped them to death. It was claimed that there were a couple other men that he killed actually that same day and threw them in a river, but their bodies were never found, so we're not sure if that's true. So later in the year, 1995, he started luring crack whores back to his trailer. And that was ultimately where their death would be. So these killings bring us to the next point of what he did with their bodies. So Joseph chopped up his victims, dissected them, and made them into meat for his very popular barbecue stand. When he mutilated his victims and chopped their bodies up, he placed them into Tupperware bowls and put them in his freezer to be stored for whenever he needed them for meat for his barbecue stand. In the article, Crime Feed 2018, September 20th, no page number, no author, they quoted that Joseph said, "I opened up a little open pit beef stand. I had real roast beef and pork sandwiches. They were very good. The human body taste was very similar to pork. If you mix it together, no one can tell the difference." So, moving on, we will talk about how Metheny ended up getting caught. And I'm going to show you this picture real quick of Joseph. This is what he looked like when he was in prison, with a very gruesome look on his face. Okay. So Joseph actually ended up getting caught in December 1996, which was about 2 years of killing that led up to that point until he was finally caught. So he was caught when a woman he had attempted to kill at his trailer escaped and made it tell the police what had happened. And of course, when she told the police, they went to go investigate it, pretty quickly, because this was a very well-known man for the barbecue stand that he had, which was such good food. And after the police started investigating him, he confessed to everything he did, including 10 plus murders over those 2 years, and seemed like he took pride in his work. But not all of those bodies were discovered that he claimed to have killed, so I guess he chopped them up and served them as meat, because only about half of them or remains of half of them were found. So he found use of the whole body for some of them. So finally, we will reevaluate what we learned about Joseph Metheny. Joseph Metheny was a vicious serial killer who committed heinous acts before he was ultimately caught by the Baltimore Police Department. In this speech, we took a look at what started his killings, what he did with their bodies, and what happened when he was ultimately caught. So in conclusion, Joseph Metheny was a very disturbed man who thought killing people and feeding it to others would make him feel better about his life. Thank you.